She messaged me late at night, the soft glow of my phone cutting through the darkness. Her text was brief, almost casual, yet packed with weight. "I think we should break up." I had noticed her drifting away for months. The clipped responses, the constant excuses, the way she seemed more present online than with me. Still, seeing those words written, cold and absolute, stirred an unexpected feeling. Not heartbreak, not sadness, but a strange sense of relief. Without overthinking, I typed back, "I agree." I pictured her reading my reply. She probably expected tears, pleading, questions, some desperate attempt to hold her back. That had always been her pattern, keeping control, dangling me on the edge, letting me fear losing her. But this time I refused to play. My response was concise, almost casual, and in those 2 words, I felt a freedom I hadn't known in years. Minutes later my phone buzzed again. Her confidence wavered. "Wait, that's it? You're just agreeing?" I couldn't help but smirk. For months she had been cold, distant, dismissive. Now when I didn't fight she seemed bewildered. That alone said everything I needed to know. I set my phone down and reflected on the last 2 years. The long nights spent waiting for her, the excuses about being too busy to call, the way my concerns were brushed aside as paranoia. Deep down I had known she'd lost interest, maybe found someone else. Yet I stayed, believing love meant holding on even when it hurt. Her message made me realize love also meant knowing when to let go. I had given all I could and it hadn't been enough, and that was okay. I deserved someone who valued me, not someone testing how much pain I could endure. My agreement wasn't weakness, it was strength. Another text arrived. "I didn't mean it like that. I thought maybe you'd try to fix things." I almost laughed. For so long, every effort I made had been ignored. My worries dismissed, my love treated as disposable. And now she wanted me to fight, not out of care but because she wanted to feel desired. I didn't reply immediately. Instead, I let her words sit. I poured a drink, stepped onto the balcony, and considered the future. For the first time in months, I felt light, unburdened. No waiting, no begging, no pretending. Finally, I wrote back, "You wanted a breakup and I agreed. That's it. Let's not drag this out." I set the phone down. It vibrated repeatedly afterward, but I ignored it. I already knew what her messages would say: regret, confusion, maybe anger. But none of it mattered. The truth was she had left me long before that text. Her heart had checked out months ago, and I had been clinging to the shadow of a relationship that no longer existed. By agreeing, I was simply confirming what had already been true. When I glanced at my phone again, her last message read, "You really don't care, do you?" I smiled. I did care, just not about her games anymore. I cared about myself, my dignity, my future. I cared enough to walk away without begging for scraps of affection. That night, I slept more peacefully than I had in months. No arguments, no waiting for replies, no overthinking. Just calm, quiet freedom. In the morning, I blocked her number, deleted the old conversations, and made coffee with a quiet sense of victory. She thought leaving me would break me, but in the end, I surprised her by being stronger than she expected. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger or rushing into moving on. It's showing someone they never had as much control over you as they believed. When she sent that breakup text, my simple "I agree" was the moment I reclaimed that power. Weeks later, she showed up at my door, eyes red, voice trembling. She said she'd made a mistake, that she missed me, that no one else treated her the way I did. I stood silently, letting her words hang. Months ago, I would have begged to hear them. Now they meant nothing. I smiled politely. "You were right the first time. We weren't meant to be." Then I closed the door, leaving her stunned. Inside, my heart felt lighter than ever. She had thought breaking me would give her control, but my calm, my "I agree," my refusal to take her back, had shown her the truth. I was stronger without her. And sometimes the sweetest revenge isn't winning someone back, it's proving you never needed them at all.